is giving as a solution is you don't need to purchase the hardware, you don't need to purchase the networking, even don't worry about the teams also, because we already have the servers where SAP is installed. Okay, the teams are also working day and night, so you don't need to worry about the maintenance of that servers. Only thing is, if you want to use this server, you just pay us the rent as a lease fees or maybe the licensing fees of using the SAP server. That is called as a cloud version. So this cloud version is what? The server doesn't belongs to you. Server is kept at some third party location who is the owner of that server. You are just being charged on the usage basis. So according to the month, according to the quarter, according to the year, whatever you will be using, you will be paying that much amount of that server. This is called as a cloud solution. Now screens and all will remain same. Okay, so whatever you are able to see in your on-premise system, it is exactly same in cloud system. Only in case of some of the Fiori apps, there are some Fiori apps which are only developed for premise, and there are some Fiori apps which are developed for cloud. Apart from that, there is no change in the screens at all. It will remain exactly same. The concept is only different. The server is same, the concept is different. In case of premise, server is owned by the customer, while in case of cloud, server is owned by the third party and you are just using that server for performing the transactions. Okay, this is the only difference. So these 4 points, that is speed in terms of HANA, user interface in terms of Fiori, simplified processes, and the cloud versus on-premise solution. These are some of the things which are completely new, and that is the reason SAP is saying that this is a completely redesigned product. Okay, so now this is about what SAP S/4HANA is. Now let's come to the main topic, that is what is expected out of this course, what you will be getting at the end of this course. So you can see these are some of the topics that we'll be talking about, and we'll be taking around 30 hours to complete these topics. Okay, so we'll start off with the understanding, the basics of what exactly SAP S/4HANA is. And this 1511 is already replaced with 1610, so don't worry about that because we'll talk about both 1511 as well as 1610. So we'll be getting the overview of what exactly is SAP S/4HANA, what is SAP HANA first of all, like what is in-memory computing, what is column-based data storage, all these things we'll be talking about in first or 2 sessions. Okay, so giving you the basic overview of SAP S/4HANA, giving you the basic overview of roadmap, like when exactly all this started, where exactly we are today, and what is expected in future, that is current and future versions we are going to talk about. We'll have a separate session on overview of SAP Fiori, in which I'll be showing you how SAP Fiori screens will look like, how you can delete a particular app from your launchpad, how you can add an app, how you can personalize your home page. All these things we'll see in SAP Fiori. I'll provide you the link also where you can go and check which Fiori apps are available related to your own modules, what are the things that you need to take care in terms of the authorization concepts. So that things we'll be talking in the SAP Fiori session. After that, the activate methodology, the way in which you implement the projects as of today. Normally we follow SAP methodology. So that is now going to be replaced with activate methodology, where there are some of the changes in the way you carry out the projects. So there will be a separate session on 1 or 2 session on activate methodology, which will allow you to understand how it is different from SAP, what are the different phases in that, and also some very important documentations I'll be providing you on activate methodology. Okay, and then starting with the technical things, like this is whatever we have seen till now, activate methodology. This will be theoretical sessions because you'll be just getting knowing what exactly SAP S/4HANA is. But after that, when we talk about the master data session, so we'll be talking about what are the changes in the material master. There are some fields which are added, there are some length extension has been done for material number. So all these changes we'll be talking about in the master data section. There are also changes from the master data point of view or customer or vendor also. So the way in which we are creating the customer, that is XT01 and XT01 for vendor, that is no more same. XT01 is no more available in SAP now. So how are you going to create the customer? How are you going to make that new configurations? There will be separate session on that. It will be very it means there are a lot of changes. There is a lot of new configuration nodes that you need to make in that particular configuration. So that is something we'll be talking about in the master data section. And then once the master data section is done, we'll be talking from the module point of view. So within the procurement, we are going to talk about material ledger. We are going to talk about foreign trade changes. We are also going to talk about the new output determination. There is a way in which you were determining the output through NACE. So that is something which is new output determination is in place now. So we will understand that. Simplified data model, which means which tables will be removed, which tables are available as a new tables. All these things will be in the in the procurement delta changes. Okay, with some other changes. I have not highlighted all the changes here, but whatever is mentioned in the simplification list, which is directly linked to the core components of MM, all the things we are going to talk about. So from the certification point of view, in short, there are some courses which are available from the certification point of view. So whatever is covered in that, we'll be talking in the procurement section. Same way for sales and distribution, there are some changes. There are some changes in the credit management, which is a very hot topic. Okay, so we'll be doing all that configurations, all that complete cycle we will see in the system. There are some changes in terms of revenue recognition, foreign trade functionality, simplified pricing, the way in which the pricing is carried out, like not the way, but the tables which were storing the pricing results, that is KO and V, is no more available. So they have been replaced with the new tables, and there are some extensions into the accesses in access sequence also. So that is something which we'll be talking in the sales and distribution changes. Obviously, we'll be seeing some of the SAP Fiori apps through which you can do the transactions. And then within the production planning, the very important topic that we'll be talking about is MRP lab. So there is a change in the way how the MRP will be carried out, and MRP lab is a new solution which will allow you to perform the MRP within the very small time period, because normally when you talk about MRP, it takes a lot of time to execute the to plan the materials. But in terms of MRP lab, this is a new solution which will help you to perform the MRP very faster compared to the traditional MRP. Okay, and once we are done with all the changes of SD, MM and PP, we'll be talking about the conversion. What is conversion? Conversion means if you are already using SAP from many years, so a lot of your customers might be already on SAP ECC. Now, if they want to upgrade their system to SAP S for HANA, that kind of projects are called as the conversion or migration projects. So what are the phases in the conversion process? Okay, what are the tools that are required to convert your existing ECC system into SAP S for HANA? SAP has provided the conversion cockpit, which is the folder which is available within SPRO. So we'll be talking about that of activities which are available in that folder. And finally, towards the end, we'll have one session on overview of simple finance, which will allow you to understand what is new in SAP S/4HANA from the finance side also. Okay, so this is something which, as I told you, we are planning to cover in around 30 hours of the duration. The classes will be only on weekends. Okay, so this is about the course. Now, I'll just allow you to unmute yourself, and if you have any questions, you can proceed with the questions.
Gaurav, this is Ganadeep. I have some questions.
Yeah.
So in the Activate methodology, are we moving away from the traditional waterfall to an agile or a cascade, or is it going to be kind of a hybrid?
Yes, see, the Agile, Scrum Master, all these things, they are incorporated in the Activate methodology.
Okay.
So it is not a waterfall anymore, because SAP methodology was a waterfall. So once we complete
Yes.
the initial preparation, then only we go for business blueprinting. Once we complete the blueprinting, then only we go for realization, which has been changed in Activate. So it is agile. You can always come and go back.
Okay. Now, when you say that it is an on-cloud is also available, so is it that SAP itself is now providing cloud services, or a company can find their own third-party cloud provider?
See, SAP, when we are saying about the cloud version, this is something which is provided by SAP itself. Now, SAP
Okay.
may involve the third parties indirectly. So you are not bothered, but it may happen that SAP is also using Amazon Web Services for providing the cloud solutions to the ultimate customer. But that is something when you are purchasing the license, you need to purchase the license from SAP to use the cloud solution.
Okay, but they then in turn they might use somebody else. That is a different thing.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So it's pretty much like a single vendor procurement for installing. They give you the entire suite, because right now when we do a project, we are talking about we have to find out database from one vendor and SAP for your installation. But here it's all just one.
Right. Not only the database, even if I talk about ECC. So let's say in ECC, on top of ECC, there are a lot of customers who are using Ariba, you are using
Mm-hmm.
Hybris. So these are
Correct.
available as a separate tools till now. So whenever you want to connect your ECC with Ariba, for example, you need to install that plugin functionality, the third-party plugin and all. So there is a lot of interfacing work that needs to be done when you want to connect these cloud solutions to your ECC system. But now with SAP S/4HANA, they already provided these plugins. So obviously you need to pay the licensing fees if you want to use Ariba, but after paying the licensing fees, there is not much of work involved to connect these two servers, because the plugins are already provided within SAP S/4HANA box. So it is like plug and play going forward.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Now, is the system landscape itself changing? Like, very simple landscape, you have a dev, you have a test, you have production, and then you transport it from dev to test, QA to production. Is that kind of methodology of your landscape and your transport routes, are they changing, or will they be the same?
They will be same. There is not going to be any change on that.
Okay. So when SAP subscribes, when we subscribe for an on cloud SAP server, we'll get a database, we'll get a cloud database, and we'll have all the three servers there. Is it?
Yes, 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 definitely.
Okay, that's part of the subscription. So how does the subscription work? User base, or is it a database?
It is normally user based, but again it varies from company to company. It varies from country to country. So there are a lot of different options available.
Okay. Okay, because currently right now licensing is based on user base, right? It's like, because the database is completely
Right.
SAP is not really selling the database. So when it's as a service, even then companies will be actually paying for the number of users on the cloud.
Yes,
okay.
Number of users.
Data. Okay. Gaurav, one question now. Could you give us a brief background on your own skills, and how are you involved in the right now? How actively are you working on the S4 or the HANA space? Just so that we kind of get to understand your skills and background.
Yes, definitely. So see, I am basically the like I started my career in SAP around 11 years back, and I started off with as a functional consultant, and I started actually with FICO, and then I moved towards the solution architect, where I was responsible to provide the complete end-to-end solution, not restricted to any particular module. So for 3 to 4 years, I worked as a solution architect, and my last this role was project manager before I entered into SAP S for HANA. I'm still handling some of the projects as a project manager also. So I am PMP certified, so I was handling the projects as a project manager. After that, from last 2-3 years, when SAP came up with this SAP S for HANA, so they first came up with Simple Finance. So I was very much involved in the Simple Finance implementations. We already carried out around 6 to 7 implementations as of today. Okay, the new implementations I'm talking about, and the migrations, some of the big migrations are still going on, but we successfully completed one migration till now from the Simple Finance point of view. And then talking about this logistics was introduced only in the last year, that is 15.11, which is November 2016. Okay, sorry, November 2015. And from that point onwards, we worked on various different POC projects, and there are 2 projects which are currently we are working on. They are still not live. Okay, and out of these 2 projects, one is the migration project where the customer was already using ECC, and second project which we are working is a completely new implementation project, which is from scratch. We are adding every functionality which is available even in ECC also. So like everything, whatever we have done in ECC, same way we are following in S4 with the delta changes. So this is something which I am working, and my current role is not directly, I'm not getting directly involved in the configuration activities. The reason is same, because I already was working as a project manager and a solution architect kind of thing. So the current role is of the competency building. So my most of the time what I'm doing is I'm making sure that the correct resources are available in our team, so that when we are getting any POC projects, so they are I'm responsible for training them and allowing asking them to perform the scenarios which are required by the companies in terms of the POCs. And if they are stuck somewhere, then it is my responsibility to hear them out and make sure that the POCs are ready before it can be before the workshops are conducted with the end users or the companies. So this is what I'm doing as of today.
Thank you.
Gaurav, this is tough. I was just wondering how the progression is from Simple Finance to Simple Logistics. So if you had a client who previously was on ECC, would you roll Simple Finance and then wait until Simple Logistics comes into play? How did you move to Simple Finance? Were the clients that you implemented only on finance without logistics?
No, as I told you, I started with finance, but after that, as a solution architect, it was not only restricted to finance. So I worked on various integration topics. I worked on the complete solutions, like starting from how exactly the things will flow from SD to FI, how the there are different scenarios like in SD, how the credit management will be handled. So all these things I was part of as a solution architect, and as a project manager, you don't need to focus on one area. You need to be aware of all the other areas. Are you speaking about that, or you are talking about how the project will come from Simple Finance to Simple Logistics?
Well, I'm talking about how the project comes from Simple Finance to Simple Logistics and the sort of clients you had. So was your client only somebody who implemented SAP FICO and then you moved them into Simple Finance? Or was your client somebody who had SAP, the whole suite that included SD, MM, and FI, and then you moved them to Simple Finance? And how did you handle at that time? I'm just trying to think before Simple Logistics came in.
Yes, so that is something, as I told you, we are going to talk about in the current and future versions and the roadmap, but let me give you the answer to this. So see, when SAP came up with SAP HANA in year 2012, okay, so the idea was why SAP came up with SAP HANA, because there were some challenges which were faced by the customers who were using SAP on the traditional databases. So SAP planned to come up with their own database which will provide the solutions to the customers in terms of speed, in terms of the simplifications in the database. And the first product they developed on SAP HANA was SAP BW, which was like a sidecar approach where the data will first come into Oracle, and then from Oracle you will transfer the data to SAP HANA, and you will be performing the BW reporting on SAP HANA database. So this is where exactly all the things started. Then after the BW, SAP came up with the first version of SAP ECC EHP7 on HANA. So there are a lot of customers who are already using HANA database, even they are on the ECC application. So it is possible that you can go to HANA database without actually moving to SAP S/4HANA. And this was happened in 2013. So in 2013, there were a lot of companies who migrated to SAP HANA database while keeping their application on the same ECC system itself. And then in 2014, towards the end of 2014, SAP came up with the first redesigned product of Simple Finance. Okay, so what exactly is the Simple Finance? This will answer your question. So Simple Finance is an add-on. Simple Finance was available as an add-on which will automatically simplify your financial processes. Now let's say you are using ECC system, you are using various core modules, SD, PP, all are in place. Now you are implementing Simple Finance as an add-on. So what it will do is all the other functions, SD, PP, they will be unaffected. They can be used in the same way as they were being used till the implementation of Simple Finance. But from the finance point of view, there will be some new tables in place, there will be some new functionalities in place without impacting your other core modules. Okay, so if you are moving to Simple Finance only, it will keep other functionalities as it is, and it will provide you the simplifications in the finance functionality. Again, then in 2015-11, that is logistics, SAP came up with SAP S/4HANA Enterprise Management. So this S/4HANA Enterprise Management is already taking care of Simple Finance. So Simple Finance is already available. On top of that, there are some additional functionalities, simplifications, which are available on the logistics also. So when you go for SAP Simple or SAP S/4HANA, it includes both Simple Finance as well as Simple Logistics. So it will simplify your finance as well as logistics functionalities. Now, who will go for Simple Finance and who will go for SAP S/4HANA? So if the companies are only interested to simplify their financial processes, there is no point in going for SAP S/4HANA. Let's take an example of the banking companies or the financial institutions. They don't do any major operations in MM and SD. They are more concerned about the financial results. So they might go for Simple Finance instead of going for complete SAP S/4HANA. But the other companies like the manufacturing companies, distribution companies, they will be more interested in utilizing the benefits of logistics also. So in that case, they will go for implementation of SAP S/4HANA, which will not only give them Simple Finance, but also the Simple Logistics. Have I answered your question?
Yes, thank you, Gaurav. You have answered it completely. Thank you.
So Gaurav, is this gonna be vice versa if they wanna stick with SD or just use HANA and MM and not use finance?
No, okay. Because that is the place where I started. There is no product called as Simple Logistics, although there is a product called as Simple Finance. So if a product is Simple Finance, if you implement it, it will only incorporate financial simplifications. But if you want to go for logistics simplification, there is nothing called as Simple Logistics, it is S/4HANA. And S/4HANA incorporates both Simple Finance as well as Simple Logistics. So if you want to go for simplification in SD, mandatorily you have to go for finance also. Simple Finance also. Right.
So for the Fury, when you're putting that on your laptops or your cell phone, is that almost the same concept or logic as SAP Business One Suite?
No, what exactly do you mean by that? Same concept means what?
Just the way we can use SAP Business One Suite on a tablet or an iPhone.
See, SAP Business Suite on a tablet or a cell phone. Have you tried that?
I tried it on a tablet. I didn't try it on a cell phone.
Are you talking about SAP Fiori on ECC?
Yes.
Okay, yes. See, SAP Fiori actually is a new concept. It came in around 2013, not before that. So if you are
Okay.
already using SAP Fiori on ECC, okay, there are not much of customers who are aware of SAP Fiori is available on ECC also. So might be you are very few who are already using that. So in that case, although the concept is same, SAP Fiori apps are very similar to what you are already using in ECC. But there are a lot of additional reporting apps which you will not find in ECC, because in ECC most of the time the database was not simplified. You were using the traditional databases in the background, so your reportings were very complicated, and that is the reason not many apps were developed from the reporting point of view, from the analytical point of view. But now with SAP S/4HANA on Fiori, there are a lot of new apps which will be helpful to perform your reporting task, which will not only give you the required results, but it will give you very fast, because they are directly linked with the HANA database and the simplification in the database.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
look and
thanks.
feel conceptually it is same.
Okay. Yeah, I was just a little bit confused in the concept, but thanks for clearing it up.
Yeah, concept is same.
Gaurav,
Yeah.
do you know anything about CRM on HANA, or the progression or the path, that the roadmap that SAP is intending to take in that direction? CRM, SRM, if you have any information, I'm just asking.
Yes, yes. See, the motivation of SAP S/4HANA, because as I told you, this is a new product. Okay, there are a lot of versions which are coming. There are a lot of future versions which are expected. So in the future versions, SAP is trying to bring the functionalities which are available today in CRM and SRM as a separate component. The plan is to bring all these functionalities within the common server, within the common database. Okay, so whatever is available as of today in a separate box of CRM, they are trying to bring directly into the SAP S/4HANA box. Also from SRM point of view, as we know that SAP is already offering the Ariba solution. So a lot of functionalities are common between SRM and Ariba. So going forward, whatever functionalities are not available in Ariba, they will become part of the S4 itself. And whatever functionalities are common between SRM and Ariba, they will be taken care by the Ariba. So this is a plan. Going forward, the functionalities within CRM, SRM, APO, these are all going to be part of the common database, that is SAP S/4HANA.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this is Parag. So when you say it's a common database, do you mean to say it would be isolated databases for each or just one database in S4HANA?
One database. One database.
Just complete HANA database. Okay.
Yes.
HANA database. No, that's fine. Like, just wanted to see if the applications are separated. Like, for example, right now, SAP APO is a separate box, right? Normally.
Right.
So even if it's on the cloud, is it going to be kept separate while having safe connections between them, or will it be just one suite?
No, as of today, it will still be available as a separate box till the time SAP is not merging them and bringing them in the common database. As of today, you can still use as a separate box.
Okay, and that is still so right now APO will be on the on-premise, right? So like, for example, if a customer wants to move to S/4HANA on cloud, and if they have also implemented like SAP APO solution on premise, can it move to on cloud, or right now that's not the possibility?
No, you have the options, but if you want to continue with, let's say, the SAP S/4HANA, you are going cloud and you already have the APO for which the hardware and all is available with you. So it will be obviously good to go with the same concept, that S/4HANA on cloud and on premise, which will be called as a hybrid scenario, right? Which is the combination of both.
Okay, understood. So that is also you have seen customers going for it, like customers having multiple add-on solutions on premise moving to S4 HANA.
Right. There are some customers which are going.
Okay. But they can't really reduce their hardware costs in the near future, right? They will still have to keep the premise servers.
No, but no. See, as I told you, see, APO is available. You said APO is already available to you as a on-premise, right? You already
Correct.
invested a lot of
That
amount.
was the that was the
Yeah,
premise. That was the
yes. So you are not going to incur the additional cost because you are already have that hardware with you. Now, as I told you, going forward, when APO will be again available within SAP S/4HANA, so till that time, you will be using this on-premise solution. But once it is available and once it is available on your cloud solution, then you are going to completely remove this APO box, right? Because it is already available on the common box.
understood. So this is I have a little bit confusion about it. Maybe it might be a little bit of off-track question or a silly question. Is the implementation for on-premise S/4HANA and on-cloud S/4HANA different? Like as a functional consultant, does it entail a different set of processes, or is it the same?
It is same.
Okay.
It is almost same. Yes.
Okay, so if someone is right now goes for an on-premise implementation and on a later date they want to move it to on-cloud, it's just a seamless move. They don't really have to do anything. It's not like another migration, is it?
No. Only the data migration. If you are going from one system to another, obviously the data migration will be involved.
Understood. Okay. One more question. Like I have very good kind of understanding of the sales and distribution processes, but I can see that the simple logistics have like merged the procurement and production planning. And I was going through the course structure, and you were explaining about the material ledger and the changes in the MRP. What's the prerequisite for this course? Like how deep I should know the existing MRP or existing material ledger in ECC to actually grasp it?
Not at all. Because anyways, whenever we are going to talk about a particular topic, let's take an example of material ledger functionality. So if you are not aware of what is material ledger, or maybe if you are not aware of what is MRP, for example, so whenever we are going to start a topic, I'm going to give you the complete overview of what exactly is MRP, how it was handled in ECC, and then only I will start showing you how it is possible in SAP S/4HANA. So whatever topics I'm going to cover, you don't need to be well aware of that topics, okay? But at the same time, if you are thinking of understanding the basics of MM, it will be obviously a better thing that if you go through some of the documents, standard documents on MM, it will help you to ask more questions because you will be aware of what is available in MM, right? So it is, I'll not say it is a prerequisite, but it is a suggested approach.
Understood. And one more question I had was like, and this is again a hearsay question. Like I have been listening to people who have gone through certain trainings or demos on S/4HANA, and people always say that like the role of a functional consultant is going to drastically change. But based on what you are saying, I can still see that the database is changing, but the implementation would still remain kind of the same. You will still need functional consultants. Am I right or wrong?
Exactly. There is actually the role of functional consultant, according to me, you will be getting the, I think, let me just summarize this. See, have you, I don't think so. Let me just take an example. See, I'm not aware how many of you know this. In ECC, in earlier days, we were following during 4.7 days, we were using the classic general ledger accounting. Okay, so then SAP came up with 6.0 and they came up with new general ledger accounting. Okay, this is just an example to correlate, nothing to do with the functionality. So when new GL accounting came into place, everybody was expecting everything is automated. Now what is the role of functional consultant? Finance consultant will, like the role of finance consultant will come down. But actually speaking, it has created a lot of job opportunities because many few consultants were knowing what is new general ledger accounting. Today also, if you go for most of the SAP FICO interviews or the job descriptions, you will find that they are asking that the consultant must be aware of the functionalities within new GL accounting. This new GL accounting which I'm talking about is something which is more than 15 years old. It came to market 15 years around 15 years back. Still, the demand is there, and still the companies are asking for that you should know this functionality. Same thing is going to happen here also. So when we are saying the processes will be simplified, this doesn't mean the end users will configure the processes. The configuration has to be done by you. At the same time, since most of the consultants who are not aware of SAP S/4HANA, they cannot perform this configuration till the time they don't do this on their own. Okay, the configurations and all. So what will happen in the future is you will be getting a lot of jobs in which they are not going to say that we are looking for simple logistics consultant. There are a lot of jobs which you will find today also. What is written is we are looking for SAP MM consultant with S/4HANA knowledge. What exactly that means? That means your core competency is SAP MM. Okay, you are already expert in your own area. Plus, now you additionally know what has been changed from S/4HANA point of view, because that will definitely give you an edge, because most of the projects, at least the implementation projects which will come in near future, they will be on the SAP S/4HANA only. None of the customer will like to go for implementing the old solution first and then migrate to SAP S/4HANA. Whatever new implementations are going, everybody is directly going to SAP S/4HANA only. So going forward, the role of functional consultant is going to increase if you have the SAP S/4HANA knowledge also. So this is all. I don't think that whatever you heard somewhere is right.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions do you have? Okay, if everything is done. Zahir, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
So Gaurav, we are going to start the batch, right? The new batch will continue with.
Sorry?
So we are going to start this batch in coming weekend, right? So this guy will be joined. Parag, Shiva, Duff. So who is this DVS? I just want to know.
So Zahir, do you mean that you are talking about a new batch, or you are going to add these guys in the existing batch we started last week?
No, we're going to be add into existing batch.
Existing batch, right?
Right. Means we just complete one session, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah. So they can join today's class also, no? So it will
yeah.
be only one or two features which we already done.
Right. So just please let me know those who are interested so we can go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. See, my suggestion will be anybody who is interested to join this class, they can join today itself. We have the batch today evening. Okay, evening. I mean the India time. Okay, so before you join, it is recommended that we already had 2 sessions, I think. So the recordings are available for that 2 sessions. You can go through the recordings and we can start the batch half an hour early today, so that after going through the recordings, if you have any doubts, you can get clarified, and then you will continue with the normal batch today.
And if we can't join today, what is your when are you planning to start the next batch?
Next batch that will be take around 6 weeks 6 to 7 week. Okay. So we just
Normally,
started. We just started. Okay, we have just completed one sessions. Okay, so this Gaurav going to be repeat. Okay, he will explain once again if you don't understand something else in or recorded demo. Okay, so this is the best opportunity that you can join. Okay, in this batch. Okay. It's
And
Aman. Yeah.
the
Who's
current batch size.
yeah, who is the caller 02? Is it Parag?
We are two of us on the same phone call. It is Parag and this is Ganadeep.
Okay, okay. Okay, so there's two guys, right?
Yeah, but then I was just asking, what is your current batch size?
Current batch size?
Yeah, how many people do you have in the batch?
Yeah, yeah, it's around six. Okay, so we are going to be
Currently, you have already a
six.
six
Yeah.
people. Okay.
So it's we just completed one sessions. We thought that we will take one more sessions and then we'll continue the batch. Okay, even if it was
You must have completed.
yeah. So
You
we'll
must have completed one weekend, right? Basically, 2 sessions.
yeah, two overview sessions, which we have recorded. Okay. Again, if you need something, that's what Gaurav is going to be explained. Okay. No worries about the two test sessions. Just think about this is a complete fresh batch. Okay. But yeah, Parag, Aman, please let me know your interest.
okay,
Okay.
Zahir, I'm disconnecting. I have some other thing now.
Okay, okay. No problem. I will call you Gaurav later on. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Gaurav,
Okay,
for your
thank
input.
you.
Thank you, Gaurav.
uh, yeah, yes.
Thank you.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I'm here.
So
I
what
just
is
want
how
to
to
know this,
practice?
how many guys are interested for this course.
What is the course fees?
The course fees is $750, but that we have just started the batch. Okay, so we are planning to provide some discount. So it will be a $650. Okay, and it will be in single payment, which you will get 30-hour online trainings. Okay, 30 hours live recorded video sessions, as well as you'll get the starting certification document which you have shown here. Okay, and you'll get the standard PPT documents. You'll get the 2 month system access. Okay, and second that we have decided to start this course on 1610. Okay, so the Gaurav is going to be cover both the versions 1511 as well as 1610. So there's a few demanded from customer side. Okay, so that we have planning to start 1610 in the same cost fees. Okay then.
Okay, this is Shiva here. I'm disconnecting. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Sure, you don't have any interest about this batch?
No, you already started 2 sessions, and
No worries, guys. We'll take another. Okay, we'll take another time. Okay, we'll connect to. We'll schedule to. We'll schedule a different batch for you. Okay, for 2 sessions. Okay, and then we'll add it into existing batch. We just
yeah,
complete. Yeah. So don't worry
I
about 2 sessions. We have recorded as well, and we'll schedule a different time for you guys. Okay, for 2 sessions, and we'll conduct. And then we'll continue.
okay. I'll think over and get back to you. Okay.
Okay, no problem. As you wish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. What is about Tiffin, Aman?
Yeah.
So
So I'm
functionality is you are aware, but Gaurav is I think is a really good as a project manager. So I don't that I also committed that if you know if any doubts, if you're not satisfied with this course within 2 sessions, we are going to back you complete money. Okay, we'll refund you. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, he's a really good consultant. He's not a trainer, actually he's a consultant. So functionality, oh yeah.
Zahir, is this payment required today before we start attending your sessions?
Pardon? It's tough.
Do you require the payment today?
No,
before we start attending sessions?
No, it's not. I just want your confirmations. If you confirm, I don't. If you do the payment tomorrow, it's okay. Okay, it's not required today itself. I just need a confirmations that you are going to be join this batch. So even if you go the tomorrow, you do the tomorrow. If you not comfortable with one payment, you can do into two. Okay. So
I'm interested, Zahir.
okay. So today this is the same link, Stephen. This is the same link where you'll get the third sessions at 6 a.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. morning Saturday. I think is Eastern time. Yeah. So I will share with you details. I think is it your tuffin@gmail.com, right? Hi, Tuff.
Yes, Zahir, that's my email.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will share you this GoToMeeting link. This is the same link, okay? And you don't miss this is at 6 a.m. Eastern time. You can join the meeting.
So Zahir, I'm interested, but I'm not sure if I can commit to 6 a.m.
No, it's around 6 a.m. to 6:30. Sometimes it's will 15 minutes late. Okay, sometimes. So don't worry. It's exactly 6 a.m. It's around 6 a.m. to 6:30 Eastern time. Because Gaurav have already two more batches now. It's basically that so we have scheduled it. Okay, so it's early morning for you, and you can able to finish within 2 hours.
Yeah, it's very early morning for me. I'm actually working on 2 projects right now, and I don't get home till 6, and I don't go to bed till late, and then I'm just trying to think. I don't want to commit to something I cannot follow, you know.
Is it not possible at 6:30 a.m.?
The best I could probably thinking I could do is probably wake up at like 6:30 and then join around 7, because I don't want to just wake up and just join the session, you know. I need a couple of minutes to wake up.
Yeah, right. But we'll start at 6:30. Okay, we'll adjust. We will adjust half an hour. Don't worry. So we'll start at 6:30 a.m.
Sorry,
Maximum that
Zahir,
you can
what
arrange.
time is it?
Yeah.
Universal time? What time do you start Universal time? Sorry, I got Eastern time. Is that American Eastern time?
Yeah, it's American Eastern time. Yes, in Canada.
Okay.
So I hope that you guys early wake up. Oh, that's why we have already scheduled, and you guys already conducted. Has already attended the same sessions. So don't worry. I will also call. I will also call to you just during the time of meeting. Okay, for remind you. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, this is Parag. I guess we are up for it. We may not be able to pay right now, but if the session is the same, we would be joining tomorrow morning.
But there's a hello. There's a voice was disconnecting. Parag, the voice was disconnecting. Could you please repeat?
So I was confirming that Gandhi and I would be joining today's session.
Okay.
Is there a way to reach you after this call?
Yeah.
All the other details.
You can reach me. You can reach me in this number. Okay, 315-688-8786. And my email ID 2014@gmail.com.
So,
Okay, I'll send you an email, and then can you just send me some details, and then I'll try to join.
Yeah, what kind of detail?
Just the payment details and everything.
Payment detail. Yeah, you can do the through the PayPal. Okay, I will share you the link. Okay,
Okay.
please share me your email ID. I don't have your email ID.
I'll just send you an email now on this your email address.
Okay, okay, no problem. I will share you detail. Please send me email. Any more questions? Yeah, Parag. Actually,
I was just a little bit confused. Is the batch 6 a.m. Eastern time or 6:30 a.m. Eastern time? Because waking up is a big deal for me as well. If I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m., you better start it at 6 a.m.
Don't worry. I will call you at 6 a.m. Okay, we'll start at 6:15 or 6:30. Okay, don't worry. We are giving the time at 6 a.m. Okay, but mostly we start at 6:30. Okay. So few people, we are waiting for people. We don't start directly. Okay, if they are not present, so I call to person to them. Okay, so don't worry, I will call to you guys. So we'll start at
Sounds good.
6:30. Okay, but we are giving the time at 6
6:30.
p.m.
Okay.
You try to connect as soon as possible. Okay.
Okay. And you, Gaurav was saying about starting a batch half an hour early. Is that going to happen this one, or is it going to happen the next time?
Next session. Not for today.
Next, that is the
Tomorrow.
Sunday evening.
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday evening batch would start 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
To
Sunday,
cover.
on Sunday, tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so please send me your email. I will share you this payment detail, how to do the payment. Any more questions?
I just sent you an email now.
Oh, okay. Did you?
Zahir, after we hang up, I'll call you to talk about just to go over a couple things.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Aman, I didn't receive your email. Could you please send me email?
I just sent it like 1 minute ago.
Okay. I didn't receive your mail. Okay, no problem. You can reach on my phone number also. Okay, there are two different India and US numbers. This is our Indian number, and this is US number. Okay, no problems. Yeah, thanks guys. So I will share you this complete details, go to meeting details. This will be the same meeting link. You can connect. Okay. Aman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please share me your contact detail as well. Okay, all guys, please share me your contact detail. Okay, so I will catch you at exact time. Okay, I will help you for get up in morning.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.